CrossFit Sanitas workout of the day, April 22nd, 2020. Beautiful outside, Boulder, Colorado. We're gonna have a 20-minute AMRAP, 4 movements, done a repetition for that 20 minutes, right? Focus here is gonna be on core and shoulders. So we're gonna start off with that AMRAP with 50 double unders, or 50 plate taps, or 50 of a jumping jack. Then we're gonna be moving on to 100 meters, right? So it's 100 meters, not 100 feet, so it's kind of a long time. So pick a weight that's gonna work for you. And it's gonna be a single arm overhead carry. We're gonna go 50 meters out with our right arm, 50 meters back with our left arm. Big focus here, core stability, staying engaged, and turning on that overhead mobility as well. Then we're gonna move down on the ground, right? Like I said, core is a huge focus on this one. We have 15 V-ups. Special challenge today, complete all sets unbroken of those 15. V-ups are one of those ones where at about 5 you feel like you wanna stop. However, usually you can go to about 15. Our modification, instead of 15 V-ups, is actually gonna be 20 alternating V-ups. So we're actually gonna scale that up in terms of the reps because the alternating V-ups are a little bit easier. We'll go over some more modifications later on in the video. Then we're gonna finish off with one of my favorite movements, the single arm devil's press. Some of you saw some of that on Friday Night Lights last Friday. We're gonna be doing 12 total, 6 each side. So you can do 6 on the right, 6 on the left. It is a burpee to swing and punch. We'll go over some different variations of that later on in the video as well, right? Goal here, we're thinking 50 double unders, right? Going into that overhead carry, going into those V-ups, right? Going in to single arm devil's press. We're thinking probably close to like 4 to 5 minutes a round. So we're thinking about 4 to 5 rounds for our workout today. Have fun, get after it. Now, our question of the day is, what is your favorite breakfast spot around Boulder?
One caution to the wind. It's inspiring in a way.
Me, going out to eat, my favorite thing is breakfast. I'd rather choose that over going out to dinner any time of the week. Lunch kind of seems superfluous, you always get that on the go. But breakfast, on a Sunday, sitting down, having coffee, and for me, Eggs Benedict is kind of the thing I always choose. My favorite breakfast place is Tangerine out there in North Boulder, as you're kind of going out where 28th turns into 36. Definitely one of my spots. I love, like I said, Benedict's usually. That place though, the steak and eggs, one of my favorites. So what's your favorite breakfast place in Boulder? Let us know. Okay, now our warm up today is gonna be very important because it's actually, in a lot of instances, it's gonna be kind of like a workout on its own, and it is going to get your core, lower back, and hips fired up today. Be ready for the workout, and those V-ups are gonna be coming back around, and you will definitely notice your core come Thursday and Friday. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna start off with the McGill Big 3. These are the big 3 core exercises to stabilize your lower back and get you feeling nice and healthy for the day and for the rest of the week, right? If you do these about 3 times a week, the way that we're doing it in the warm-up, guarantee you're gonna feel better. So we're gonna start off, right, like I said, with the McGill Big 3. First one is called a curl up. We're gonna be doing a 10-second hold, followed by a 5-second rest, 5 times before moving to the next one. The next one is gonna be a side plank, right? But the way that we're gonna do that side plank, our legs are actually gonna be crossed over on top of each other. We're gonna lift our hips up. You're gonna get a little bit of more of an adductor and hip involvement through here by doing it this way. So you'll get both legs engaged. And we're gonna be doing 15-second hold twice on one side, right? We're gonna rest for 10 seconds between those 15 seconds. Then we're gonna go onto our other side and do 2 15-second holds with 10 seconds between each one of those. Then we're gonna move in to a bird dog. We're gonna do bird dogs a little bit differently today than you've probably done, where you've just kind of moved through it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come in and we're gonna do 3 10-second holds where we come back in, tap hand to knee, and then go back out to extension for another 10-second hold. We're gonna do 3 with the right arm out, left leg out. Then we're gonna switch and do 3, again, 10-second holds with our left arm out, right leg back. And that extension piece, working on stable spine, right, and tucking that pelvis in. Then we're gonna move in to turn on the shoulders a little bit more, but we're just continuing with that core. It's gonna be those 6, which is 3 each side, of just a shift to the side, plank, shoulder tap, but we're gonna make sure that we're doing this really slow and controlled, keeping our arms locked out and straight on the ones that we're balanced on. Then we're gonna go into a 20-second tabletop pose. Right, so this is actually looks more like a double arm thoracic bridge / hip bridge. And this is gonna open up the shoulders as well as turn on the glutes and core. And we're gonna do this whole circuit 3 times before we start a 20-minute AMRAP. So it's actually gonna probably be about 20 minutes of a warm up into a 20-minute AMRAP workout. You're gonna get a lot in today and your core is gonna feel nice and stable and strong afterwards. Now in our next segment of the video, we're gonna be going over variations of the devil's press. Okay, this is kind of one of our big skill moments of the day. So what we have, right, first variation would be if you have a dumbbell. A lot of you have dumbbells. That's kind of like what we're assuming a lot of you got because that's what we had a lot rented out. So we're assuming a dumbbell, and we're gonna go with a single arm variation because it allows us to do a lot of different things, right? For 1, we're working on unilateral stability, right? For 2, it allows us to go a little bit heavier with weight, right, than having 2 dumbbells, because that's gonna be a little bit more load on the body, and we can stay a little bit more cyclical and move more freely through the workout by keeping it to a single arm and then doing 6 on the right, then 6 on the left, okay? So our dumbbells are first variation. Our second variation, we're talking about a kettlebell, right, and it looks more like a burpee to kettlebell snatch, right? And we'll go through that in the next segment of the video. Then, fun variation. Let's say you have a barbell. Some of you now have weight plates. A burpee to snatch, except what we're gonna do as opposed to 6 on each side, you're gonna do 8 total reps as opposed to 12, where you'd be doing 6 right, 6 left, because it's gonna be a little more challenging of a movement and go a little slower as a movement. Same thing goes if you only have like a heavy backpack and with a single arm, it kind of gets a little bit rough. Burpee, right? And then ground to overhead with your backpack would be a good way to go. If you have a smaller backpack that you can put some like water in, so like I have an old running pack that I can put a bunch of water in, we're gonna grab that and we can load up like 2 to 4 liters and have a little bit more weight in there, and maybe we add in some books, and then all of a sudden we have a smaller implement to be used for a single arm devil's press. Here are the modifications. For our plate tap variations, the big focus here is that we're actually staying over the top of the plate, right? The kettlebell or the dumbbell, and trying to work on keeping body posture as opposed to leaning back and just tapping those plates, because that actually translates into running and better positions and everything else that we do. And that's what we want to see from our plate taps today. The idea here is that we're running on those plate taps, and this is a good transfer exercise to work on fast cadence and quick feet. Remember, post videos, log scores, put it out there on our quarantine group page, and put out those results of your favorite breakfast spot for Boulder, Colorado, and what your workout results were for the day, how many rounds you got, what implements you used, what different modifications. We love seeing them, and they're always fun to have different variations put up there for every single day, people being able to get really creative and utilize what they got.